What's up, everybody? Fusion64 here today with my Final Fantasy XVI review. I completed the game over the weekend and thought I'd give my thoughts on what I thought about the game. But before I do that, do me a favor, if you're new here, you like this video, hit that like button, consider subscribing to the channel. Alright, Final Fantasy XVI. I've been waiting for this game for a long time, and I gotta say, this game is absolutely incredible. I love it. Is it gonna be a Game of the Year contender? It absolutely is going to be a Game of the Year contender for me. This year is going to be tough picking a Game of the Year. Seriously, there's so many great things that I love about this game, and there's only a select few negatives. Let's get the negatives out of the way first. I think everybody can basically agree the negatives in this game are going to be the side quests. They're not great. There's some okay ones. Basically, the side quests rely on building the world out, building the lore out, but they don't really have you doing many things that are super interesting. Later on in the end of the game, you do more interesting side quests, but it's hard to figure out which ones are good, which ones are bad. And by that time, you've probably done so many side quests that are not great that I just started skipping a lot of the ones that didn't have the plus icon on them. Those are the ones that give you some kind of upgrades. Those are the ones that you're definitely going to want to do. But I mean, I've seen people kind of defend the side quests and say that, for example, in the beginning of the game, one of the side quests are to deliver food to people, and it kind of makes sense because you're kind of new in the group, so they're not going to give you the most amazing side quests to do. But yeah, overall side quests, I'd say the game length, I guess this is going to be a personal opinion, really. I think the game could be a little shorter. I beat the game in 60 hours. I'd like it to be a little maybe closer to 40 hours. Because, honestly, I'd really like to replay the game, but, if I don't know if I can go through another 60 hours of this. It could have been a little bit shorter. Some people might disagree with that, but really, other than in the negatives, really, I can't really think of too many other things negative-wise to say about this game. Let's get to the positives, though. The positives, there's a ton of them. The story is absolutely amazing. I love the story in this game. The characters are what make this game. The characters are great. Some of the best characters in any of the Final Fantasy games, 100%. I'd say Clive is probably my favorite Final Fantasy protagonist. Jill is great. Joshua, Gav, their relationship really makes this game. It makes it an emotional experience. The performances were excellent. The visuals are great. I played this on fidelity mode, and it's just a beautiful game. The boss fights, some of the best boss fights in any game, period, not just a Final Fantasy game, in any game, period, I think when you start the game, I had the opinion that maybe this game was a little too easy, the combat was a little too basic, but the more you play it, I think it was a good idea to make these big boss fights not super hard so people can really enjoy it and it feels epic. The combat, the more you play, the more you lock the different icons and different abilities, and it really does get a lot deeper. You can choose what icons you want, and it gives you a lot of variety in how to play it. I'd say maybe one more negative would be the upgrades, really. I wish there was the better gear system, a better upgrade system, but yeah, man, overall, this game is absolutely incredible. The best Final Fantasy game, in my opinion, and maybe this is definitely for sure one of the best PlayStation 5 games since the PlayStation 5 launched, and maybe my favorite PlayStation 5 game yet. I'd have to give this time a little bit of time to marinate and think of what I feel about it, but overall, this game is an easy 9 out of 10 for me. I loved it. I can't say enough about this game, and I'm going to definitely replay it. I don't know if I'm going to replay the whole thing, but yeah, I absolutely loved it. Once again, if you're new here and you enjoyed this video, do me a favor, hit that like button, consider subscribing to the channel. Fusion64 out.